This is true, really news with Scott Combs and Tony Verkinnes. All the news you're about to hear is true, as far as you know.
So we had the guy who was caught napping, if you will, in his gymnasium. Now in suburban Atlanta, we have the guy who was a burglar. And
in his gymnasium?
Took a nap during a break-in. Napping is the... Surveillance footage from a Gwinnett County, Georgia Taco Bell from just after midnight, and they do not always say they're open 24 hours, so they don't have that excuse.
I get that, but isn't number 2 in the rule book for break-in people, don't fall asleep on the job?
You said number 2. Anyway, the video from just after midnight on Christmas morning showed a man breaking into the restaurant, using fryers to make a meal, eating it, and then the footage later shows the burglar napping on the floor for 3 hours. Awaking afresh, he stole a laptop and a tablet device and departed. Based on his familiarity with the kitchen equipment, police believe the burglar may have been a former employee.
That's how to narrow the search down very quickly.
How do you nap with the mask thing on, though? That would be just... Suppose I'm going to have to learn that soon.
From Insider.com. There was a carjacking recently outside of a grocery store in Beaverton, Oregon, which is an odd way to put it. Do we really need to point out the carjacking happened outside the grocery store?
Because in a grocery store, it'd be odd to have
right. That would be the news. You know, how many carjackings take place inside the grocery stores?
Those that would be funny.
That's the one I want to hear about, right?
Exactly.
This other one's just run of the mill.
Okay, so the guy's outside carjacking.
Yeah. What complicates this outside carjacking is the fact that a 4-year-old was still in the car. Mom had pulled up, left the car running with the child in the back seat while she dashed in for a gallon of milk and some meat. Now, this happened all the time when you and I were kids. The car thief, on the other hand, who was outside of the grocery store, simply hopped in and took off with the car. Upon realizing there was a baby on board, the thief made a U-turn, went back to the outside of the grocery store,
returned the baby off,
returned the child, and gave the woman a stern lecture about her parenting, threatening to call police on her.
Oh, we are a stupid species.
The thief is still at large somewhere outside the grocery store.
Oh, wow. Okay, I need something nice. 3 days into a summer internship with NASA, a 17-year-old, Wolf Kuker, who had been tasked with looking over images collected from the agency's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite. They come up with the dumbest names.
Exoplanet. Okay.
He found a new planet.
Oh, wow.
The Scarsdale, New York student discovered the planet, which orbits 2 stars, during his internship at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. NASA actually announced the discovery and named the planet Phil.
They did not. They named it after the kid.
Phil.
Is his name Phil?
No, his name is Wolf. We're calling it Phil. Get on with your story.
Headlines.
Thank you.
Miracle cure kills 5th patient.
That's a miracle.
Planes forced to land at Planes forced to land at airports.
Okay, if you take the plans and fold them into a paper airplane.
Then you force it to land at an airport. It's still just as silly.
Weird as sin. Go ahead.
Alton attorney accidentally sues himself.
That had to happen sooner or later.
Well, yeah, because he's probably got his fingers into a few different things going on around town.
Sooner or later, an attorney was going to go, hey, I could make money off me.
From Vancouver Island News. Woman held in police custody gives Vancouver Island jail 4.5-star review. And finally.
The jail's on Yelp.
Exactly. I just think that's fantastic. She sent him a note. She sent him a card. She says, thank you very much. You guys were wonderful.
Listen, can I do my dinner there now?
Army vehicle disappears. Australian Army vehicle worth $74,000 has gone missing after being painted in camouflage.
So, it worked.
Oh, last touch. Where the hell did it go?
I don't see a thing. Is there David Copperfield around here?
Australian, wrong accent.
Oh, whatever.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.